Hello and welcome back to Chatting in English, the podcast where we dive into the real, everyday English you actually hear and can use. I'm William.
And I'm Sarah. Today, we're tackling a moment we've all experienced. You're introducing two friends, you run into a colleague at the coffee shop, you're about to thank your neighbor for watering your plants, and your mind just goes blank.
Name disappears. Poof. Gone. It's a universal panic. But in English, we have a whole toolkit of phrases and strategies to handle this gracefully, without just pointing and saying, "Hey you."
Exactly. So whether you're a native speaker who needs a polite save, or a learner who wants to sound natural in an awkward moment, this episode is for you. We'll break down what to say, the tone to use, and even the body language that goes with it.
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's set the scene. You're with a friend, and someone walks up. You know them, but their name has vanished. William, what's the first line of defense?
The classic, and it works because it's so honest, is, "I'm so sorry, my mind has gone completely blank." You say it with a slightly embarrassed, friendly laugh. The key is the, "I'm so sorry." It shows you're apologizing for the social hiccup.
I use that all the time. It's disarming. Another one in the same family is, "This is embarrassing, but your name has just slipped my mind." The phrase, "slipped my mind," is perfect for this. It implies it was there a second ago and just, whoops, fell out.
And people almost always respond kindly. They usually just smile and say their name. The pressure is off. Now, what if it's not just a one-on-one, but you're trying to introduce to people and you've forgotten one of their names?
The classic introduction trap. You can't just say, "My mind is blank," to the person you do know. Here, you might use a bit of body language. Look at the person whose name you know, and with a slight, confidential gesture to the other person, say, "Have you two met?" This often prompts the person whose name you know to introduce themselves, which then forces the other person to say their name. Problem solved.
That's a pro move. A more direct approach, if you're with a close friend, is to just quietly admit it to the friend you do know. You can lean in and whisper, "I've just blanked on their name. Can you start the intro?" It's a team effort.
Sometimes you need to buy yourself a few seconds to try and remember. There are phrases that keep the conversation flowing while your brain is frantically searching the archives.
Right. You can ask a related question that doesn't require the name. Like, if you're talking about work, you might say, "Remind me, where are you working now?" Often, in their answer, they'll say something like, "Oh, at a BC Corp. It's been great since Sarah, joined the team." They might say their own name.
Or you can use the universal reminder phrase, "I'm terrible with names. Remind me of yours again." It's important to say, again. It implies you were told. You're just asking for a refresher, not that you never knew it. Tone is everything here. Say it with a smile, not a grimace.
Another tactic is the context jog. You say, "It's so great to see you. The last time was at the company picnic, right?" By revisiting the context, you're hoping your brain will make the connection. And sometimes they'll reply with, "Yes, that's right. We talked about the volleyball game. It's Mark, by the way."
And what if, after all that, it still doesn't come? The golden rule: don't panic, and don't pretend. Never, ever guess. Saying, "Hey, Bob," when their name is Steve is far, far worse than admitting you've forgotten.
Let's say you've gotten through the interaction using one of these saves. The conversation ends, and you walk away. But now you remember the name, or you find out from someone else. What then?
If it's someone you'll see again, the next time you see them, you can offer a small, graceful make-up. You can say, "Hey, By the way, last time we spoke my brain was just fried. It's name, right? Or even, I felt so bad after our chat the other day. Your name came back to me 5 minutes later. It's name. This shows you cared enough to remember afterwards.
That's a great way to rebuild the connection. Now, how do we prevent this? Any tricks?
The classic trick is to use their name immediately when you hear it. Great to meet you, Sarah. And then try to use it once or twice more in the first conversation. So, Sarah, what brings you here? It cements it in your memory.
Association is another one. Try to link their name to something. Mark with the maroon shirt. Emma who works in engineering. It creates a mental hook.
Let's put this into practice with a couple of quick role plays for our listeners. William, you play the person who has forgotten the name.
All right, let's do it.
Scenario 1, the casual run-in. Okay, I'm an old colleague from a previous job. We run into each other at the cinema queue. Go.
Hey, wow, it's so good to see you. How are you? I'm so sorry, my mind has gone completely blank. It's been one of those days.
Oh, no problem at all. It's Chloe. Yeah, I'm good. How about you? C. Easy, low pressure.
Scenario 2, the introduction. Sarah, you're my friend Alex. I'm introducing you to someone whose name I've forgotten.
Hey William.
Alex, hi. Come here. Have you two met?
Oh, I don't think so. Hi, I'm Alex.
So, Sarah, what's the big takeaway for our listeners when their brain decides to take a name-free vacation?
I'd say it's 3 things. First, be kind to yourself. Everyone does this. Second, be honest but polite. I'm sorry, I've blanked is always better than a fake or a guess. And third, have a couple of these phrases in your back pocket. My mind has gone blank. Have you two met? Remind me of your name again. These are your social life rafts.
Perfectly said. It's not about having a perfect memory. It's about handling a common social moment with grace and a bit of humor. Using these phrases shows you're engaged and you care, even if your memory had a temporary lapse.
We'd love to hear your stories of name-related saves or disasters. Find us on social media at Chattin' in English Pod. Tell us your tips.
And if you found this useful, please share it with a friend who might appreciate it. In our next episode, we're tackling another classic, the art of the polite excuse, how to leave a conversation gracefully.
That's a good one. Until then, keep chatting.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe us for more. Goodbye.